What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general. And if you got a witch, I'll burn their asses up. Real quick, I'd like to thank all my supporters to the channel. Sister P, Brainstorm Homeschool Academy, Neggy Springfield, Josh, Myron Edwards, and Siberius, the Sleeping Serpent. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so you can get updated for all my new content. Now, on with the show. Yeah, man, here we go again. Here we go again. This was coming out from a long time ago. Religious sect members arrested. FBI charges 25 black Hebrews in theft and fraud schemes in D.C. and elsewhere. The FBI arrested 25 members of the black Hebrew religious sect yesterday, including 17 of the 3 houses in Washington, and charged them with taking part in a nationwide scheme of trafficking in stolen airline tickets, fake identity cards, and fraudulently obtained passports. Losses from the stolen airline tickets totaled more than $10 million. Total over $10 million over the last 6 years, said Norman A. Zigrossi, the special agent in charge of the Washington field office of the FBI. He said the tickets were sold at discount to business executives and on college campuses. The passports and identity cards were used to help criminals flee from authorities. Y'all see this? You see what you're doing? So we know this type of stuff still exists. This is from the 80s. This article right here is from 85. I was goddamn near 10 years old. '85. At a press conference in the local FBI office in Southwest Washington, Zigrossi also displayed... Oh, shit. Let me turn this thing. I know the sound. Probably killing y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Brother trying to stay cool up in here. AC and the fan go. But, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Y'all know I keep it 100 with y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, too. All right. At the press conference, the local FBI office of Southwest Washington, Zigrossi also displayed dozens of stolen and fraudulently obtained credit cards and checkbooks, which he said the group used to finance its activities. Now, I've heard the rumor when I was in the cult that UPK, right, was accepted drug money. That there was a lot of drug money being brought into that organization. In my understanding, we got members, but they might have been still out there hustling, and they cult mind, and we gonna help push this truth. So they gonna take their drug. They still hustling, and you look at the other people is 2/3. They're not going to make it anyway. They already sealed up. Person that taught me, right, had, would do stick-ups. He was a stick-up kid. And would go to the people and ask them questions and stuff about the Bible. And you got all different walks of life on the street. Some people, I don't believe in that book. Or I don't care nothing about that stuff, and whatever. And that will cost you your ducats. He will pull the jammy out on your ass and rob your motherfucking ass for not believing in the scriptures. So he got an excuse. But if you believe in the scriptures, like, yeah, I believe in Jesus. And he will continue to minister with you. And to continue to minister to you. Yeah, you see how crazy this shit sound? When you deal with Hebrews, does that sound like somebody with a sound mind? See, he said some of the millions of dollars obtained from the schemes helped support the group's colonies in Israel. It just been, helped support the group's colonies in Israel, but said there was no connection between the alleged crimes and the group's religious beliefs. Okay. Zigarasi estimated that the sect officially called, wait, hold on. I got to revisit this because we've heard, actually, I got the video. I did the video and I got the audio on it. When my last video that I put up, or is the video that's coming after this video, I speak on Mighty Hebrew. Mighty Hebrew said we need to be more like the mafia and start taking people out. So that's organized crime. So was Mighty Hebrew, I'm not saying he was, well, he was involved with a lot of crime. He was convicted after that rape stuff, criminal acts. Between the alleged crimes and the group's religious beliefs, Zigarasi estimated that the sect, officially called the original African Hebrew Israelite nation of Jerusalem, has 2,000 to 3,000 members. This has been, in the United States, Liberia, and Israel. Black Hebrews follow most Jewish religious customs and holidays, observing the Sabbath on Saturday, praying in Hebrew, and circumcising their sons. However, contrary to Jewish customs, they permit polygamy, eat no fish, meat, or poultry, reject modern medicine, and outside of work wear flowing dresses and tunics. Now, reject modern medicine. So there's a lot of people out here, a lot of listeners I got that's in with this holistic thing. A lot of that holistic shit is bullshit. Like, they're going to try to convince you that marijuana will get rid of cancer. That's a lie. That has not been proven. And there's people that will go out and spend all their inheritance money, all their life savings in the bank on weed trying to fight cancer. The Israeli government has refused to recognize them as Jews, but has not deported them. They're deporting their asses now, though. From 1980 to 83, about 40 members of the group were convicted of credit card fraud, passport fraud. So they funding these niggas to get over there to Israel. So all them niggas, oh shit. Do y'all just hear what I just said? Holy shit. So the motherfuckers that they getting the fuck up out of there now, right? If they ain't already got them up out of there, they fighting to try to stay up in there, I guess. But yo, it's 2021 now. And they saying these people are not documented. So in other words, and they said them people been over there for decades. So that would land them right in the 80s, where these people were stealing passports, people's property, credit cards to get these musty butt booger eaters over there. Now listen, now I'll tell you about the dude I learned from. Now the stick-up kid, right? He got incarcerated, right? He found out after he was incarcerated that they're not going to support him while he's in jail, right? But when he was on the run, he was put up in safe houses. He was put up in a building with no lights, no electricity, with it was only candlelight, he told me. It was basically a squat house. that the Coke had control over, and it was all these brothers living, what they call the brothers, just other members. When I say brothers, the motherfuckers ain't my brother, right? Up in the building, all they do is read scriptures all day. Just go through the scriptures. Because they feel like they the prophets hiding from the Romans. Because the scriptures say, do not despise a thief when his soul hungereth. So if you go out and rob somebody, that means your soul hungereth. So you shouldn't be despised. So we're not going to turn them over to the Romans. We're going to help them flee. Right? Say convicted of credit card fraud, passport fraud, transportation of stolen property in cases brought by Washington, New York, Chicago, and Atlanta. The group's American headquarters is in Chicago, where the FBI said it arrested 4 members yesterday and have 10 warrants for the arrest of 10 others. In yesterday's raids, the FBI said that it arrested 3 black Hebrews in Baltimore and 1 in Tacoma Park. The 17 picked up in Washington were arrested at 6 a.m. raids involving about 100 FBI agents and DC police at 3 houses, which the FBI said the group used as communal residences. See? 3 houses in which the FBI said the group used as communal residences. You know who else tried to do this at IUIC? There was a lot of members in New York. I was in the OG IUIC camp in the basement. And I joined right when they finished that basement. Actually, the whole thing wasn't even finished yet when I joined. And they brung up getting places where brothers can stay together and watch each other to make sure they don't go off from the law. So if you're living in a homeless shelter, which many of those brothers that was in there was, they would make an apartment where brothers could stay in there together, a bunch of niggas, because you're not supposed to have no woman anyway. If you're not learning these scriptures, you're not supposed to have no woman. Because you're not worthy enough to have a woman. Because you don't know these laws, brother. Rossi said several boxes of credit cards, checks, passports, and other documents were seized as evidence, but no guns or weapons were found. He said the group is not accused of committing violent acts. Zagrossi said that on May 10th, the FBI arrested 4 members of a Chicago street gang being sought for a triple murder as they were being harbored in a black Hebrew safe house in Cleveland. You hear this? What did I just fucking tell y'all? The 3 houses in Washington where yesterday's arrest occurred were classified by the FBI as safe houses. The houses were located at 556 Varnum Street, Northwest, 1218 Taylor Street, Northeast, and 386 37th Place, Southeast, according to the FBI. The FBI statement said other illegal activities attributed to members of the group includes the theft and sale of rental cars, telephone toll fraud, sale of fraudulently obtained televisions, video cassette recorders, and computers, and bank fraud and embezzlements. Now, these TVs and these cassette recorders and stuff was used to make their videos probably. So they were doing all this criminal activity to fund their movement. Telephone toll frauds. Now back in the day, I'm gonna hip y'all to this. There was a device called a black box back in the day, right? I didn't have one, but I had other means and stuff. This is way before Hebrew Israelites and shit. My boy from New York, like I used to read a book, which is probably highly illegal now. But back in the day, I wouldn't say it was illegal, but the rumor was that people were watched that had obtained that book, called the Anarchist cookbook. And in there, they had how to make the black. I think they had how to make the black box in there. Basically, it was how to survive, a non-governmental thing, how to get over on the system, if need be, to take out certain things or people or whatever. Basically, guerrilla warfare and fucking crazy shit, right? Your ass go to pray. Go fuck around and go look that shit up on the internet and see what happened to your ass, nigga. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all niggas know. So that don't even try, motherfucker. Right? They had a black box that you would put to the phone and it would make the sounds like the pay phones ran by pulse, like the pulse sound. So it's not your money that's really turning the phone on. It's the sound. So this box would mimic the sounds. It would make the phone work. You would put it up to the receiver. And like I was taught with my boys, right? He was from the Bronx. And when they were kids and stuff, this is kid shit. I would do this shit when I was a little kid. With the paper clip. You can take the paper clip. There's a little hole on a payphone, and you would touch it to the receiver, and that would make a click, and you could use the phone. Or we used to do we would call the operator and say, I was disconnected. But I think a lot of times the operator was just doing it because we were little kids doing it, right? Oh, the payphone took my dime. This is when payphones were a dime, right? Now, I see the payphone the other day. Now, the first time I see a payphone in a long motherfucking time. I didn't check how much it was, but the last time I used a payphone 50 cents. Now, I go back to when the motherfuckers was a dime, right? I remember they went up to 15 cents from the dime, then a quarter. Now, some bitches 50. Then some payphones are 75%, I think. 75 cents. Yeah, last time I used one was 75 cents. But anyway, we call operator and say, hey, my phone call got disconnected. Like it rang, then it disconnected. And the operator would give you a refund for your money and put your phone call through. But I think they were doing that shit because we were a little kid. We give our address and shit, and they'll mail you the check for that quarter or that 10 cents. They'll mail you the check for it. Right? Let's move on for that shit. The specific federal charges listed in their arrest warrant include fraud by wire, theft from interstate shipment, and interstate transportation of stolen property. Zigrossi said the leader of the Washington group arrested yesterday was Tyrone Downs, a 37th place at Southeast. At the hearing before U.S. Magistrate Patrick A. Aldridge yesterday afternoon, lawyer Alan Bayless said the client's real name is J.C. Vortis. He said Vortis pleaded guilty in 83 of making a false statement when applying for a passport and was placed on probation. Aldridge ordered Downs held without bail, but released most of the other defendants on $5,000 bond. Other arrests in Washington yesterday were Khalaf Abdullah, Kevin Robertson, Marcy Joyce Allen, Nathaniel Adams, Stephen Jones, Jason Tyrone Brown, Gloria Carter, Cordell D. Badalalaban, whatever that means, how the last name is that, Thomas Calvin, Gregory Coles, Daryl Grimson, Andrea Ruffin, Janet Ham, Pearl Borat, Patrice Govia, and Rosalind Wood all are D.C. residents except Barat of Blaisburg and Govia, who the FBI said comes from Trinidad, Hope Elliott was arrested at her home in Greenside Drive in Tacoma Park, the FBI said. The FBI said the group was believed to be responsible for the theft of about 1,000 blank airline tickets last fall from Baltimore Washington International Airport. On June 13th, 2 members of the Black Hebrew sect were arrested in London, and the FBI said as they attempted on board a plane to Israel using 2 of these tickets valued at $5,000. On June 21st, the FBI said it retrieved 650 of the blank stolen tickets from a U-Haul storage bin in Baltimore. The FBI said the arrest yesterday accumulated an 18-month investigation that included court-approved wiretaps and an undercover agent who did businesses with the group but did not infiltrate it. Oh, yeah, that's the end of the article there. Yep. So, see here. You see it with it, and you think they ain't doing this shit now? You think they ain't doing this shit now? There's people that was in these groups, knew these things was going on, didn't get caught up in the raid, right? And continue creating other Israelite groups, and guess what they was doing? Doing the same thing, continue business. Just like a drug dealer get caught. That nigga make bond, what he doing? He hitting the block again. And doing the same goddamn thing. They got to get that money. So when you sit there and you look at your Hebrew Israelite leaders and they telling you to stay poor, when you see them driving a 600 Benz, when you see them driving a Mercedes, when you see them not living in the ghetto, think twice about where that money come from. All right, y'all. That's about it. Got nothing else to say. Y'all should have had nothing to say, but leave these fools alone. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm the Witch Finder, and I burn their asses up. Like, share, subscribe.